It just shows how tough our kids are, and it's a great win for us. It was certainly a hard-fought win. If you would have told me before the game that we were going to walk them 11 times and win, I wouldn't believe you. But we made pitches when we needed to. We made plays when we needed to, and Evan Campbell just made an unbelievable play to give us a huge win. So just really proud of my guys that they fought really hard, and we were able to somehow find a way to win.
Questions for Coach?
Can you go with the play?
Go ahead, sure.
Evan, just talk about the ball off the bat and how you track it.
Well, right off the bat, I thought it was just routine play, honestly, because the ball wasn't traveling too well that day. And as I was running, it just kept carrying and kept going. It was pretty close.
Did you ever think?
Right at the end, right at the tail end, I mean, it was close, 50-50.
Go ahead.
Justin Phillips, KPNW. Talk about being in the Super Regional and now 21 in a row. I mean, that's quite a feat.
Yeah, I mean we're playing really good baseball, and the funny thing is, I mean we played sloppy today. It was a sloppy game. I think both sides would agree. A little bit sloppy, but to win 21 games in a row, you got to be doing something right. We played as good as you could play in the regionals to get here, and you know, every win for us from here on out is the biggest win in school history, and we've never been to this point, and we're just trying to get to the next level, and that's what we've all talked about. We've been talking about it for 365 days since we lost in Texas last year. We took Texas to the brink, and you know, all these guys were there for that, and it was heartbreaking to know that we were just as good as Texas. We felt like we were anyway, and they came back and beat us twice. So for a year, this has been stewing, and these kids have really worked hard, and a lot of people. We didn't get picked to win our conference by a lot of people. It wasn't unanimous choice to win our conference. So our kids took that personal from day one, and they've really worked hard to prove that we're a great team, not a good team.
David, talk about your struggles. I mean, you kind of typified the whole team. You had a no-hitter going into the fifth, and you probably had as many walks.
Yeah, it was an ugly no-hitter, but yeah, I just lost my focus a little bit, and my pitches were leaving the arm side, and just trying to be too cute with it and not just trusting and throwing it. And the hitters, they did a great job laying off it, and usually that's what I try to do, is try to get them to swing at those pitches, so they did a great job.
David, I'm just curious for your perspective from the dugout on that last catch. I mean, what was going through your mind, and did you think he was going to get there right away?
Well, he put a great swing on it, and luckily Evan was fast enough, and he got there. So yeah, it was a little nerve-wracking, but it was a great catch. So.
David Highlander, Kent State Sports Network. Could you walk me through the fourth inning at bat with the leadoff batter? Game kind of turned there a little bit. 2-2 count. Came inside, hit him. He thought he had reached first base. He came back and hit him with the slider, I think, in the inside corner. Could you walk us through that?
You mean when the guy called for a leaning in the pitch?
Yeah.
Well, I thought it was a strike. It was going to be a strike anyway, and he definitely put his knee out there and struck him. So, and then I just tried to come back with the same pitch and try to get him looking. Yeah, it was a slider.
Taylor Gilbert, College Baseball Insider. Jimmy and Evan, can you guys talk about what you guys saw out of Cadell today? Obviously, you guys squared up the ball really well today as a collective, as an offense.
Yeah, I mean, he was definitely a good pitcher, but we kind of had a game plan coming in. We went over it last night. We just were trying to see the ball up and get fastballs and put good swings on them, and we were able to find some holes.
Coach, you talked about the 11 walks, but they got on base, first man on base 6 and 9 innings. Can you talk about, I mean, you escaped through that until late in the game as well.
Well, I think the biggest thing when you play a team like Oregon or Texas or Purdue, like we saw in the regionals, all very similar teams that use small ball, put pressure on you to score runs. If you can get a lead, it takes away a little bit of what they can do. So that's the most important thing against Oregon, is you've got to get a lead. They're still going to do it. They're still going to try to chip away. but it does take away a little bit of their aggressiveness in doing that. So, again, to put that many guys on base and still come out on top, I don't know. I don't know how we did it, but David Starn has done this, and we've watched him for 4 years now. When David Starn has a bad outing for him, that's what you see. I mean, 6 innings and 4 runs. He gives us a chance to win every single time out. And I can't remember an outing in his career. This is 4 years. I can't remember an outing in his career where we didn't have a chance to win at some point when he was pitching. That's how good he is. And can I say it? As bad as he was today, he still got the win, and that's just huge. And that's senior. That's a guy that is very competitive and knows how to get it done.
Coach, in the 21-game winning streak, you're 6-0 on one-run games. Is that just how well things have gone in that streak?
Yeah, we've certainly got some breaks, and we got some breaks today. We had some, Oregon made a couple misplays that certainly helped us out, and we've gotten breaks. When you win 21 games in a row, you need some luck, and you need some things to fall your way, and we've gotten some bounces. We've got some things going, and our kids just believe we're going to win. They just do. Right now, we haven't lost since April 25th. And, our kids just believe that we're going to win. Doesn't matter who we're playing. They believe we're going to win. And that's how you continue to win, when your kids actually believe that.
Any other questions?
Coach, the way David was pitching, I imagine if there were any other pitcher, maybe with the command problems he was having, you probably would have had a quicker hook. But did you ever even think about it with him out there until the middle innings?
When he was at 105 going into the 7th, I actually said it to Coach Birkbeck. We were talking about, what we wanted to do, and I said, you know what, I actually think he's starting to settle in right now. And I was wrong a little bit. He was fatigued when I saw him go out there and throw, and his pitches, warm-up pitches in the 7th weren't very sharp. So, we certainly had Casey Wilson ready to go behind him. We wanted to give David a chance. He had those lefties up in that inning, and he gave up the blue pit. I believe it was to Thomas. He gave up the single, and it chased him. So, and then our bullpen, those guys, Casey Wilson's a veteran, a junior, has been here. This is his 3rd regional or 3rd postseason. And then those 2 guys at the end are freshmen, Brian Clark and Josh Pierce. And that's what we like to think about. You see the tradition of our program, the juniors and the seniors we have up here, but we've got a lot of freshmen out there too. 2 freshmen starting and 2 freshmen that ended that game for us. So we feel pretty good about the future of our program too.
Can you talk about Pierce and what he did at the end?
I mean, that's awfully tough to do. I mean, the pressure was on. The crowd was outstanding. The crowd was loud, and they made a difference. There's no question. And Brian Clark, Brian's been great all year. Brian's given up 2 runs all year long, and I think he got rattled a little bit in the 9th. I think he'll admit to that, and that's okay. He'll learn from it and he'll get better. But Josh came in there, made some great pitches. They fouled off some great pitches, had some good at bats, but. Nerves of steel right there from Josh Pierce, just getting it done, throwing 93 miles an hour, and threw a great slider and got a big strikeout to get that first out of the inning. That was the biggest out to me, just to get some momentum back on our side, because it was really not looking very good.
Any other questions?